G. Miller, 20, and William Schroeder. Schroeder was 19. So all four had been shot from the side, left to right, and all died of a single bullet wound. Miss Krause was hit in the left shoulder, Miss Schroeder in the neck, Schroeder in the left underside of the chest, and Miller in the head. Dr. Seibert said the final autopsy report wouldn't be completed for about a week. 3 students remained in critical condition. One of them, Dean Kaler, was paralyzed from the waist down. And 8 other persons, including 2 guardsmen, were hospitalized. And
wow.
So many questions will have to be answered. Why were these people shot? Who shot first? And how could these deaths have been avoided? Yeah.
Oh, no, Han Solo shot first.
Greedo. Remember? Mexican style.
Self-defense style.
Guido.
Yeah.
Guido.
Gringo.
But yeah,
that sucks.
That was a big you've probably seen the photo of a dead person laying on the ground with a girl above him. She's like screaming at the sky.
Could you say that was the first school shooting?
No.
No, the first one was in Texas, right? Where the guy, the sniper tower guy that shot at Texas University.
Oh, okay.
There's actually been a lot. So
I was just saying it was 50 years ago. Guns have been around a lot longer.
Yeah.
Never.
I was gonna look at exactly some dates throughout history.
But it's still considered a school shooting, nonetheless. Right?
1966 was the University of Texas tower shooting.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's weird. Yeah, it doesn't give me a whole...
The first known school shooting was in 1764.
Stand still while I shoot you with my musket.
Some dude walking with buckled shoes, the shoes with fucking buckles on them.
Oh,
and he's just
sorry,
like,
guys.
he's like,
we can't report on this because
hold on, give me a second.
It was a Native American. They walked into the school, killed 9 kids.
Oh,
Left 2 alive.
So here
he wasn't actually going to school there.
Well,
this one in
it's not a school shooting if white people don't do it.
1884, the 28-year-old head teacher, William, wounded Fanny Ford, the teacher who had rejected his advances, with 3 shots. He then fatally shot himself through the head.
Get out of here.
So he was shooting his shot. It didn't work. So he really shot his shot.
He's like fucking 4 guys with one of those fucking full steel cast iron cannons in the skull and just fucking light it.
So in 1902, a 14-year-old is shot and killed by a fellow student. The shooter is a 15-year-old, fled the scene, but later turned himself into police. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that happened in Ontario, too. So, and then the first one happened in Ontario, too. So. And then the third one happened in Manitoba. And then, this is all just Canada stuff.
Yeah, these are all Canadian shootings. No wonder they're banning guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some really bad ones. Like in Germany in 1913, a 29-year-old unemployed teacher indiscriminately shot at students and teachers, killing 4 girls and wounding more than 20 others before being subdued by school staff. A 5th girl also died.
Hey,
I like how it said undiscriminately.
I think ain't unemployed teacher an oxymoron? Because if you're teaching, right? Because if you're a teacher, that implies you're teaching people something. If you're unemployed, you're not doing nothing.
Oh, that's a fair point.
Yeah,
Unemployed
so
teacher.
would they be teaching people how to be unemployed?
Hey, how to be broke
and
do what I did.
An unemployed teacher.
Like, what did you do? I shot myself from a cannon with 2 swords and decapitated 8 students.
Want me to teach you how to do it?
Oh man,
We have an onslaught of like evil Knievel guys with swords getting shot from cannons.
Yeah, man. I mean, like even in 2002 in Germany, 17 people, 19-year-old began shooting through his former school, targeting teachers and faculty members. 12 teachers and 1 administrator were killed, along with 2 students and a police officer. Only 1 other person was injured. The shooter committed suicide. I mean, it's just crazy that this stuff happened so early, though, like in 1913 and 1925, and we make such a big deal about it now.
I was told that this was a recent phenomenon. I've been lied to.
Yeah, I remember one story about 2 gay dudes that shot up a school. I think it was called Columbine. They were sucking each other off in the shower when they had a great idea.
You thought that was a dream sequence. I was just trying to imagine that, like the movie trying to incorporate
it. Looked like it. They were creaming their jeans.
You ever watch TV show Doug?
Yeah.
It was like that. Like, you know, he has fantasies. There's like
the last real good one.
That's how Columbine happened.
It's just like, I'm going to shoot this kid in the head, but first, let me daydream about Patty, my mayonnaise.
Patty, get my mayonnaise out.
Patty and my mayonnaise gonna work.
Like Roger Klotz and Skeeter. Oh, yeah, Mr. Fink or whatever.
You want me to help you build a contraption to make Patty mayonnaise your girlfriend?
He had a lisp, too. Why do nerdy people have lisp?
Stereotype.
Lisps.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So in 1856, in Alabama, the schoolmaster warned students not to harm his tame sparrow, threatening death. And one of the boys stepped on the bird and killed it. When the boy returned to school, the master took the boy into a private room and strangled him. The boy's father, upon hearing what happened, went to the school and shot the schoolmaster dead.
I like that.
Anybody get shot from a cannon?
There's so many of these stories since the 1800s.
You kill my
Did
bird,
you say it was in Alabama?
It was in Alabama in 1856.
Okay, so the schoolmaster had a bird. His son stepped on it. So then the son's father came and shot his brother. It's Alabama, they were all related. That's the joke.
I got that.
It's all relative.
So in 1858, there was a 15-year-old, and he was somehow killed during a gathering at school, but somehow the perpetrator escaped. But here's the kicker. Several arrests were made. Innocent people died because people back then were like, they're a witch! And they just killed people based on looks and...
She floats.
1858. This was a good episode. What do you guys think?
Pretty chill.
Them Kents, man.
Yeah, so hopefully everybody enjoyed it. It was not everybody's probably cut of cloth talking about Star Wars, but you got to kind of expect that talking about May 4th.
Well, hey, just take a couple shots of tequila, say ay, 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 and just pretend you're in a Mexican restaurant and listen to the Star Wars stuff.
You know what we forgot to do, Thomas? We talked about it before the podcast. We didn't tell people that if they're easily offended, then to step the fuck off. And we don't need you to tell us how offensive we are. This is all satire. If you go back and listen to previous episodes, if you haven't yet, it's bad tire satire. We are
bad tire.
We talk about some dark stuff. We don't endorse any of it.
Not literally.
It's just a way to make light of dark instances, dark things. Maybe
you know what they say. What they say? If you're in the dark, grab a fleshlight.
Grab that fleshlight, and you don't even have to hold it with your hands. That's the beauty of a fleshlight.
Just find it with your penis.
You could pop it right on there, and hopefully you get a real flashlight that has a fleshlight inside of it. And it's self-powered. You ever seen the one that you joggle the batteries back and forth? And so it's
like the shake weight, but it generates power.
I mean, why can't a fleshlight really work like that? You fuck it until it works.
It's a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
All right, dude, you should patent that, dude. A kinetic fleshlight.
A kinetic fleshlight. So
making money.
Maybe hear me out. Maybe talking.
Would that be? You could call that a 2-stroke flashlight.
I'm a more of. Well, you could call it a 4-stroke, but I'm more of a 2-stroke man. You know what I'm saying?
I like full gas. I like full gas, no mix.
I don't like
all gas.
Mixing gas, dude.
All gas, no brakes, baby.
4-stroke.
Have you guys? You guys should watch the Alabama NASCAR commentary where this guy goes up into the fan sections, and all these fans are just talking about assholes. Reveal your rectum. Show me your butthole. I'm a big fan of Alabama racing. So
nice.
Yeah. So, but once again, I think talking about child molestation or rape or molestation in general in a comedic way could. Let's see, Tom. Let's see, Alex. Could help kind of break the ice with someone who's possibly dealt with that in the past. So,
dude, I don't know if that's. How
I don't know about that. It's like, hey, were you traumatized when you were 8?
Let's joke about it.
Dicks in your face.
Let's joke about
Does this hurt you?
Let's joke about it. So I know it's not. I know it's probably a weird way to look at that, but
you got to face your fears.
Coping mechanism.
It's a coping mechanism. It could break the ice. It could help someone possibly, if we're talking about it, maybe it could help them talk about it. So it doesn't mean that we endorse rape culture or molestation of children or adults.
No.
It doesn't even, we don't endorse murder. We don't endorse, school shootings. We don't endorse any of this stuff, but these are facts. These are things that have happened. This is news, and we just want to talk about this stuff and bring comedy with it. You can't turn a fucking blind eye. If you do, you're a goddamn pussy. If you try to tell us to shut up and don't talk about this stuff, and it's gonna get us in trouble or it's gonna ruin our careers, fuck off. What about the reporter that's talking about it? What about the other podcasts that are talking about it? Just shut the fuck up and let us do our thing. And don't be so goddamn offended by every little goddamn thing that just offends you. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't mean that we're doing anything bad. We don't endorse any of this, so you can step the fuck off. Get the fuck out of here if you don't like what we're talking about.
But leave a like before you do.
Yeah. Leave us a comment or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call us personally.
Yeah. Reach out to us. Reach out to us, Karens. Tell us how offended you are. We'll talk about it. We can give you our side. You tell us your side. Tell us why you're offended. We'll talk about it.
We'll let you speak to the manager. Ultimate power.
We'll let you
He's
speak.
turning to the left.
We'll let you speak to all of us. Karens, come at us. We're going to set up a way to talk to us. We're going to set up a way you could either write in, speak to us, call in somehow. We're going to get that going in the future.
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, leave a comment.
WhatsApp.
Send us a letter
Yeah.
to Smoke McGrew.
Yeah,
Chicago,
slide into our DM.
606
Slide it.
652.
Yeah, Karen, you'd slide into the DMs. I'll send you my Snapchat.
Uh-oh.
It's no dick pics, though, Thomas. We don't need no hot water.
I'm not a fan of sending out dick pics. I think they are weird.
Show me the front side sunburn.
You just don't know how to take pictures of it. I'll help you. We'll get the lighting right. We'll get the angle right. Then we'll get a lower thing where your dick's hanging down at me, and then we'll get a top shot.
You gotta get a solid. You gotta get a solid starting with the root too.
Dick root.
What, the asshole root? The root chakra?
You talking about the root at the V part at the top going down through the shaft? The dick root.
Oh! I thought you were talking about Thomas was going to put his butt towards me and spread his butt cheeks so I could see his asshole, but
That's the bad. That's the
spread
goat.
spread his legs enough to where his dick hangs through his legs, and I can see his balls and dick, but his asshole as well. That's not what you meant. So.
Nope.
Jesus
not at all.
Christ.
All right. So does anybody have any party thoughts before we step off? Hey, Chris, do you have anything for anybody out there?
Merry Mexican Christmas.
Okay. All right. Christmas in July is coming up, so we're going to start prepping for that. Thomas, what do you got?
Enjoy your Taco Tuesday on Cinco de Mayo, and don't die.
The Mexican restaurants are going to be booming tomorrow, but
No, they're not.
Takeout only. Takeout only.
People are going to be pissed.
Takeout only. Alex, what do you got
Hey, man,
for
bye.
anyone out there? They're listening to you. They want your wisdom.
In the words of the fourth best Jedi Master in Star Wars, Qui-Gon Jinn, there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, there's always a bigger